Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. I am super grateful that you are here. All right, guys. Today's date, Thursday, August 21st of 2025, 4:04 on the clock. As we begin today's message, definitely if you are seeing any combination of those numbers around you or in the energy, please do look those up in the angel number and gematria meanings in association with today's message. Okay, guys, so big shout out to the subscribers of the channel, those who've been with me on YouTube, TikTok, those who have shared, those who are subscribing. Definitely hit the all button, hit the like button, hit share so you don't miss your message as it's coming through. Perfect. Let's go on ahead and dive into today's energy. All right. So, guys, I am sitting outside here. I'm just trying to get comfortable. So, all right. Today's message. Two feminine energies find out at a party that a masculine has a very special gift. Two feminine energies find out at a party that a masculine has a very special gift. Somebody really, really wants you to stop talking about stuff, okay? So with this particular download, I did pick up that there's some sort of energy here associated with I want to say shut up spells, stop talking about that. You're revealing too much, or that's out of alignment. Stop speaking about that. It's some kind of energy work associated with getting someone to stop talking about something. So I did pick up deception, trickery, spell work. Everything that this energy that I'm picking up on has tried, nothing's working because you're not who you used to be. And this keeps coming out in the readings. I don't know why these energies are still bothering. I really don't. Truly, I do not. Because collectives is not, for those who've been doing the work and are in this timeline of ascension, meaning they've stepped further into their awakening, there isn't a direct way for these types of low vibrational energies to directly affect. They might be able to mildly affect, create some frustration, create some complications, but they cannot stop the work that collectives is doing, and they are not able to affect them greatly. So I'm not understanding why they're continuing to do so. But I guess in some cases there's different situations depending on who this resonates with and whose message this is. But I'm definitely picking up that nothing that this energy is trying is actually working. Okay. So it's interesting. I wrote down about this particular download. If this was the Wild West, it's high noon and things are about to change after this shootout. Okay. It's like an energetic, spiritual shootout, and you guys are definitely coming out on top. I also saw that someone has the ability to move in and out of timelines of some sort. Either slow it down, speed it up, or maybe some form of astral projection. So I'm picking up that this has something to do with the purposes of healing or changing the outcome of a situation. And it looks like whatever energy I'm picking up on, they've been utilizing this tool, this ability, this skill set already. It's just that you are more aware of it now, and you are tapped in and tuned in and learning how to activate this cognitively. So on an energetic and spiritual level, and also cognitively, just by thinking about it, kind of moving in that direction and activating this ability. Wow. So with that being said, let me see, where am I? There's there's a lot going on. I mean, when I say a lot, there's a bunch of trucks and cars that just started showing up out of nowhere. It's wild. Something here too about when you activate your gifts or abilities or really start tapping into them, you might notice a lot of distractions, a lot of noise, a lot of things happening to move you away from doing what you're doing or to draw your attention away from it. There might be something in the energy about that. Guys, when I tell you, I look at everything as symbology inside of the systemic structure and the matrix. When you start to notice major shifts and changes, when you have changed something or you are changing, take note of that. As I commonly talk about in these messages, the whole thing of space and separation is an illusion. It has to do with what we see with our physical eyes. But the reality is that nature truly does abhor a vacuum. There's really not spaces that are not being used. Creation, space, universal energies are like a full cup at all times. It's constantly utilizing that space, and those spaces are connected to other spaces. So when you make changes and shifts in your vibration, please know that you are affecting the energy around you, which then in turn affects other energies that are touching those energies. So you're never just making changes with yourself and within yourself. Those changes will have an outward effect. It's like the cause and effect principle, but on a deeper energetic scale. All right? So somebody's making some changes and like there's distractions or something coming in that is to or for the purpose of discouraging them from continuing moving forward with whatever it is they're doing, but it's not working. So the way I summed this up, what I saw in this download, if you've ever seen like My Hero Academia, it's an anime. If you haven't, look it up. Just watch an episode or two of it. But there's something here about that anime and yeah, confirmation, throat chakra. As soon as I started talking about it, throat chakra energy, a lot of resistive energy, but it's not, it's weak. It's in the background, but you might be picking up on it. So with that being said, I would liken this to like a quirk. So in the anime, My Hero Academia, these characters all attend this school, and the school is unique because everybody who attends the school has some sort of special ability or gift that they will later use in some sort of battle or confrontation associated with balancing out the energies or supporting those who are being bullied or abused by energies that are imbalanced south node. And so they go out there and they fight on behalf of others. It's like that. It's like you're part of a group that has a special quirk or ability, and that soon or currently you are utilizing this gift or ability to assist yourself and others. There are energies that can pick up on this and are resistive to you doing this. But please don't feel like you're on an island. Anybody who uses their gifts and abilities in a way that sends out shockwaves of support, higher vibrational energy, and helps people to heal, that type of energy draws attention. And the attention that it draws may not feel positive, may not be positive. Why? Because it's so different from what is generally supported inside of the systemic structure, which is really about keeping energies in alignment with the systemic structure so they're easier to control, easier to manipulate. So when you're doing things that goes against that narrative, you're definitely going to draw some attention from energies that benefit from things staying in a more matrix-like setting. you're going to draw that attention. Please know you're not on an island and that others are also dealing with that energy, okay? I just felt really inspired to share that, like somebody might need to hear that today. Okay, somebody has a very powerful throat chakra. When it's open and you are using it, it's powerful. It sends sound vibration shockwaves out that helps others to heal or to understand more about their purpose. Once again, you might be picking up on some resistance due to this gift or ability. Please know you're not on an island. Those of us who use our throat chakra tend to find we have more like sore throats, upper respiratory, sinus, nasal type issues, things that can create problems with the throat, because utilizing this gift, once again, flies in the face of systemic structure. Okay? So just a few things there. I'm going to jump over into the second half of the video, and we're going to pull some cards to understand a little bit more about why this message is coming up, who might resonate with this message. Yeah, do you guys hear that? I think some energies might be in trouble about trying to stop you from doing what you're doing. But one thing we know for sure is that your ability helps you with the purposes of healing and changing the outcome of a situation. So I am curious to see what that relates to in association with this message today. So guys, follow me over into the second half. I'm dealing with a little bit of sinus and upper respiratory today as well. I'm working on myself, but please excuse me if I have the sniffles a little bit. I'll do my best. All right, follow me over into the next half of the video and we'll pull some cards and some energy and see what's going on with this download. Okay, guys, so welcome to part 2 of the reading. So we're just going to dive right in here because I did a pre-pull on these energies associated with today's message. And I wanted to ask Spirit a little bit more about who these two feminine energies were and who the masculine is associated with today's message, just to help collectives with more understanding on like who this message is for. So, as I mentioned before, somebody really, really, really wants you to stop talking about stuff. Whatever that stuff is that you're talking about, they don't want you to talk about it. So, these energies have used deception, trickery, spell work, but nothing's working because of your gifts and abilities and where you're at presently. So, I had the strength card in the tarot come out first in the upright, fire sign and Leo on the table, followed by the 5 of Swords. This is not the first time you're going to see the number 5 in this reading. 555, 5555 may be numbers that you are seeing. But there's definitely something happening here associated with change, but also like somebody who is naturally strong and is a leader. Somebody who's like has strength and courage, but they're also know how to be subtle in that strength, how to be compassionate with that strength. It's like somebody kept putting you or trying to put you in a state of conflict, or somebody is in a state of like competition, conflict, something going on to keep you constantly in a battle mode. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. And when I asked Spirit more about this, I got the Death card in reverse, Water and Scorpio on the table. There are some energies around you or that have been around you that were resistant to change. Okay. Maybe some of this war-weary energy that you've been dealing with has put you personally in a place at times where you felt like you were stagnant or not able to move forward. So that could also be part of why this card is showing up. But it's like the universe, your guides, the energy that you're in has put a death or an ending to something. There was a state that you were in due to these energies around you, and maybe the way that you were processing what was happening with the constant conflict kind of wearing you down, keeping you focused in other directions. That I'm looking at here in this reading has come to an end or is coming to an end. Depends on whether this is current tense or future tense or even potentially past tense. Everybody's at different places in the timeline. So definitely take the energy as it resonates. But there is something here about some energies that were trying to create a lot of conflict and issues for you because of your strength. Whatever this gift or ability is that you have, it's like it created some sort of animosity or anger or frustration with these energies. And so it's like they kept coming at you in some form due to whatever this ability or gift is you have. So these energies are definitely resistant to change. Okay, they're resistant to personal transformation, healing. These energies are not in a state where they are looking at things in an energy of acceptance. Let's put it that way. So they're resistant to whatever it is you're doing. Now, right after that, we have the Five of Cups. This is what I was mentioning. Five is back on the table again. The fifth might be an important date for you, like the fifth of the month, 5 o'clock, 555, 55, 55. So because these energies are resistant to change, we just got done talking about that, a potential like water sign or Scorpio might be involved with this reading. You might be a water sign or Scorpio. There's something here that happened that moved you out of the Five of Cups energy. You might have been in a state of, regret, grief, loss, pessimism due to everything that you've been going through that was challenging, possibly associated with these two feminine energies I'm picking up on in the reading. And guys, remember, it may not be their gender, it might just be the energies that they tend to really resonate with or work out of. Okay. So it could be any gender, but it could be that you have left this stage of grief, loss, stagnation, and you're finding acceptance within yourself. You're moving on. Maybe there's things that you've forgiven yourself for. And I'm picking up because the next card out was a King of Cups in the upright. This is a King of Cups energy, fire and water on the table. You've stepped into a state where you're more emotionally balanced, more empathic. You're somebody who has leadership qualities. Now, this could be representative of like a group, i.e., the collectives, coming out of time periods or timelines where there's a lot of conflict and like repressive or suppressive energies that are like holding people back, gatekeeper energies and things like that, like the collectives leaving a timeline like that and moving into one where they're healed and active with their gifts and abilities and their soul path. That could be. This could also be representative of an individual or a person who resonates with today's energy, who is showing up in a King of Cups type energy. Either way, what I picked up, because we had the Six of Wands coming up next, more fire on the table. You might very well be a fire sign or have it in your chart. But you're headed towards some sort of public recognition. Like others are going to be able to see you or currently do see you as a person who's made it through a lot, made it through the challenges, come out the other side of something. And it's drawing attention. I'm picking up that these two feminine energies have a problem with that. As I mentioned earlier in this reading, there's some sort of gift or ability that you have that is very unique. You might be somebody who, it might have something to do with like astral travel or astral projection, something having to do with slowing down or speeding up time while in a state of astral projection. It's something wild that came through in the download. Like, I don't even know exactly how that works, but there's some sort of gift or ability that you have that also assists with healing or changing the outcome of a situation. And I mentioned that this is similar to like maybe a character in like My Hero Academia who has a quirk. That's what it's called in the anime. So, is some sort of gift, ability, quirk, however you want to look at it, that you have that is so unique, like you can't compete with it. These two energies are in a competitive state with you, but there's no competition. Whatever this is that you do energetically is very unique to who you are. So, I want to pull a card here from the Angel Wisdom Oracle deck. I want to see if we can find out a little bit more. Maybe your spirit team or guides can tell us a little bit more about, or my spirit team and guides, whomever wants to speak here to assist us with understanding what is this gift or ability. Tell us a little bit more about this gift or ability, or why others are so affected by you having this gift or ability. Let's see. We had 3 cards come out, guys. 333, 33, 33. I don't know. Could be some you know what energy going on here. If you know, you know. When we get into the 3s, creativity came out, confidence came out, and let it go came out. Creativity talks about divine inspiration, which strikes at the most wonderful times. The angels are reminding you that the more you believe in your abilities and let your creative impulses out, the better artist you become. You start to feel more alive and powerful as you allow new wonderful ideas into your mind. Yeah, so you are working more with your gifts and abilities than you ever have. That's what I'm picking up. This is divine inspiration. It isn't just a fluke that you're feeling more drawn to do this. You are being drawn to do this. Okay? But the time periods when this energy comes out and or comes to the surface is at the most wonderful times. So you're probably someone who's like a great support to others, and the way that you use your gifts and abilities and believe in your gifts and abilities is actually helping you to master those skills. Others are seeing this. This is why we have the 6 of Wands in the upright. You might also be like a practitioner of some sort, like maybe you work with divination, with tarot, oracle, some sort of energy work. Basically, universal skill sets, universal principles that are gifted to you from the Most High. You have abilities that are naturally yours. You didn't have to go and do something low vibrational with a low vibrational entity or being or something like that to gain abilities. That's not what we're talking about here. This is someone who is born with these beautiful gifts and is learning how to master them. You're being drawn to do that. That is divine energy that's drawing you to do that. Then we have the confidence card. This one says, when I set my mind on something, I won't stop until I reach it. This is why you've been in conflict. Now, I just got done going live earlier today talking about a similar message. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I did post highlights right there on my page. After you're done hearing this reading, you can go right over there and take a look at it. You'll see an image of me and like some words above my head thanking everybody for their gifts and support. That's the one. Just click on that and listen to it. It's just the highlights. It's not the full one. In order to see the full one, you would need to subscribe to the channel, and then you can, in the members area, you can see the entire one. So if you want to subscribe just to see that, you can, and then you can cancel, whatever. But this one here really is telling me that your confidence is part of this like 6 of Wands energy, your public recognition. And that also talks about self-confidence too, that 6 of Wands energy. You are somebody who is standing tall in yourself right now. Clearly in the past, you had to really dig into your inner strength in order to push through this conflict that you've been going through. But now, due to that training, due to moving through those challenges, your gifts are blossoming and you are becoming more confident in your gifts and abilities. This one says, if you lack confidence in making a decision, the angels send you positive energies to boost your confidence levels. You're getting help. They let you know that support and encouragement are available to you as you continue to strive toward fulfilling your higher purpose. Guys, you're getting support, angelic support, spirit team, light being support to move deeper in this direction in association with your gifts and abilities. Clearly, you're a healer. I can see that. And then we have the let go card. This one says, I let go of things that I've outgrown. The angels suggest that you let go of any dead weight confirmation in your life, whether that's a toxic relationship, a job that's no longer fulfilling, or simply some negative thinking patterns. This will make space for positive new things to come into your life. This was in reverse. You guys let go of something, possibly these two feminine energies associated with this message today. Maybe you booted somebody out of your energetic space and they're pissed because they can no longer access you. Because it's interesting, the other two cards came out in the upright. This one is in reverse. You let go of some toxic energy, and these energies, I talk about it in the message, the live that I did today. These energies don't like that because they can't manipulate, they can't control, they can't draw energy off of you. You're off limits and you're not allowing yourself to be accessed by these energies. Okay. So really interesting information about your abilities and gifts and why these two energies are an issue for you. It looks like you cut them off. Somebody you're not dealing with, either energetically or physically, or both. You might know these two feminine energies. You might not know them. I'm tempted to grab the yes/no deck. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's ask Spirit about that. And then we're going to go to the character deck and understand a little bit more about these two feminine energies that are trying to send conflict your way. Let's go to the yes and no deck. Spirit, can you just tell us, because this is wild, does collectives know these two feminine energies? Does collectives know these two feminine energies? Does collectives know these two feminine energies? Wow, we got no twice. You don't know these two. Now, there might be some of you who resonate with today's reading who feel like you might know who these people are. That doesn't, just because we got the no for that specific question, it looks like the majority of energies associated with today's message do not know who these two feminine energies are. You might know or have an idea, but these are not people that you know closely, people, places, or spaces. The feminine energies could be representative of groups, organizations, and spaces. It doesn't just mean it's a person. It could be other. Spirit, is this a person? Are these two feminine energies people? No. See that? Okay. You know what? Actually, we got a no and a yes. Let's try that again. Could be that it is for some of you. Are these two feminine energies people? Are the two feminine energies people? Yes. Okay. But because we got a no and a yes, what that tells me is that for some of you, this is representative of groups of people, and a group of people or an organization could be coming up in the energy that way because maybe it's 3 or 4 people who kind of have the same feeling, thought, or belief about something, and they're all working together, or they might all have it at the same time, and all of that energy is something that you're feeling or blocking. But I do see here that for most of you, looks like, yes, there's something going on here with 2 people that have an attitude because you cut them off. Okay. Spirit, are these 2 energies family members? Are these 2 energies family members? For some of you, that's a yes. These might be family members or people that you consider to be like family, okay? They don't have to be blood relatives. Or they could be relatives that you don't know, okay? Maybe you don't even know these people really truly exist. They know about you, but you don't really know them. Could be a situation like that. Okay, so far we've got 2 feminine energies that are people that have an attitude because you cut them off. But that's because they kept like crap going. They kept conflict and issues going. So you cut them off. Okay. Any other questions? Let's see. Okay. Is the collective's member being harassed by these energies because of their ability to astral project? No. Is collectives being harassed by these energies because they cut them off? Yes. Okay. I heard they want to siphon energy. That's what I heard. Are they being cut off because these energies want to energy harvest or siphon energy? Are they angry because of that? Let's see. Oh, that card shouldn't be there. Let's put that there. We'll take a look at it in a second. Are they mad because they can't energy harvest or siphon? No. All right. Are they mad because they want to be a part of what Collectives is doing? Let's see what happened here. This one flipped out. Yes. Okay, so this is probably some competitive energy, guys. I hate to say it, but I got to give the message. They don't want to be a part. They don't. It's not that they are mad because they want to energy harvest or be like a part of your life constantly. It's like competitive. They want to do what it is you're doing. It almost is giving me the energy if they want to replace you and step in the space that you're in. They want to be in it. So that's why they're getting an attitude, is because evidently when you cut these 2 energies off, you must have become aware at some point that these energies were a problem. Whether you know these people or not, I don't know if you did like energetic work to cut the cords, or if somebody kind of latched onto you that you don't know, or if these are people that you kind of know but don't know well, and you figured out that their intentions weren't great, and then you kind of like just cut them off or ghosted them. They got pissed off. That's what it looks like. And they're seeing you continue to improve in your skill sets and get recognition for it. This could be at a job. This could be in the community. This could be on social media. This could be inside of a family, a group, an organization. This could be somebody who's, you're somebody who's like up for promotion. And these 2 energies are not. Take the energy as it resonates. But whatever is going on here, you have 2 people that are pissed because you're getting recognition. They're not. They don't agree that should be happening. But you are also someone who has some very special healing gifts and abilities. You're someone who possibly astral projects, and you have the ability to kind of work with the energy of time and changing outcomes of situations. So you might even have more gifts and abilities than you even fully understand. Let's check this card out that wasn't supposed to be in here. Yeah, 3 to 4 months. It says the gates of success open as if by the wave of a magic wand. However, this causes an unpredictable development in circumstances. Fortunately, you succeed in the end, thanks to your inviolable ability to cope with such difficult situations. So look here, in 3 to 4 months for some of you, whatever this is that you've been trying to achieve, pushing through this difficulty, these challenges, and this conflict, it comes in like a wave of success. Almost like somebody waved a magic wand and amazing things started happening. But I always talk about in the videos, and I talked about it today in the live, When things change with our energy, it's never just us that's affected because everything is connected energetically. So there's a ripple wave energetically that goes out. When our vibration shifts, our situation changes, everything's connected. So it might start to rock the boat, so to speak, energetically around you. Something happens here due to the changes that happen in your life that affects the situation that's around you. But because of your ability to cope with such difficult circumstances and situations, you move right through this. So it could even be that everything that you went through, collectives, was like preparation for something that's coming, like a challenge that you're going to just breeze through because you've done the work already. Now, let's look at the character deck, because I am curious to see like what in the heck is the character of these energies. Spirit, tell us about these two feminine energies. I'm not going to make this reading too long today. I'm going to give you a tool to work with this week or whenever you hear this reading. Okay. Spirit, what is the character of these feminine energies? Okay, we had 3 cards come out again. 333, 33, 33. Ooh, we got a researcher in the upright. Somebody's studying you. What the heck? Almost like they're studying your gifts and abilities. Like it's an experiment. Like they got you under a flippin' microscope here. They're trying to understand the truth of something. And then we have the Avenger card. It's in the reverse. Somebody has some issues with like, hatred, plotting. Somebody has a memory that they won't release, like that's driving them to function out of an energy of hatred and plotting. Somebody's in a really low vibrational energy. This was in reverse. So it looks like somebody who's had you under a microscope for a while is maybe potentially having to step away from this intense energy of like haterade and plotting towards you. Like they're no longer able to try to avenge something because it was in reverse. And then we have the Gang card. Oh my gosh. This one talks about a brotherhood of shadows, underworld, transactions, violence, and criminality. I cannot make it up. This was in reverse. There's somebody who like, this energy is so bad. Okay. Somebody is part of a group or a community that is an inverted community. Whether it's a group of people that associate in some negative form, like they just stand around and say negative crap about people, or maybe somebody who's actually involved in a criminal organization. I don't know. But it looks like some sort of low vibrational community or group. This energy's been stopped or blocked, guys. Somebody had you under a microscope and was looking at you and studying you. But they weren't doing it. They were doing it from like a low vibrational or a negative space. It wasn't anything positive or beneficial for you out of that. They had a problem with something that you're doing. And they're part of a group, a community or an organization or a group of people. However you want to look at it, take the energy as it resonates that was low vibrational, toxic, potentially is doing things that are criminal. I don't know how else to say it. That's what came up. Any other information on these energies? Man, that's pretty bad. Character deck. Any other information on these energies here, Spirit? Anything else we need to know? I'm going to go to our closeout card. I'm glad these energies are backing off. That's what it looks like they're getting ready to do. If they haven't done it already, they're getting ready to do it. Yeah, I have the Barber card was in the reverse. Okay, it was inverted. Something having to do with like skill, beautification, adornment. It might be something here with some beauty spells, something that has to do with your adornment or the way you look or appear, or something that has to do with the way they look or appear. Maybe the beauty spells, maybe the way that they wanted to be viewed by others is now in reverse. Because as I mentioned before, this is coming to an end. They're not able to, based on what I'm seeing here, avenge or come for you about whatever this is they're having a problem with. And there might even be something I'm picking up here with like gang stalking, like kind of following somebody digitally, like looking at their social media, or like maybe driving around spaces and places where collectives hangs out. I don't know. Yeah, you're being okay. So the guide card is in the upright. You guys have guides, spirit team, spiritual collectives that are assisting you at this time. They're helping you to navigate and progress through this situation. Somebody is a reader. Somebody might actually be someone who reads cards or reads energy. Somebody is a seeker of knowledge and explores information. You might be a reader, or these energies might be trying to pull reads on you. This is crazy. Yeah, once again, more confirmation. The driver card, you're being helped to, it's in the upright, you're being helped to navigate this journey so you can have safe passage. You are protected. That's what I see. So Spirit is basically saying you don't have to worry about these energies. Let's go to hack your nervous system to close out. So basically, long story short, guys, you had some haters that were mad because you have some gifts and abilities, and because you have healed, you've made it through the conflict and the negativity, the challenges, the issues, and you are moving into this stage now where your healing that you've done can be seen by others. These energies fell slighted because you cut them off. Maybe they were somebody that was part of the toxicity from the past. Could be a family member that you know of or kind of know about a little bit, but you don't know them well. And that's just for some of you. Take the energy as it resonates. For others of you, you don't know these two feminine energies at all. But we did learn that these energies were definitely studying you, kind of watching your development, your growth, and they felt angry about it for some reason. Instead of just seeing it as a person healing, it's like they were upset that you healed and they started trying to come for you. So, what I'm seeing through the cards here is that you are being guided through whatever the situation is. You will continue moving into this state of recognition and the things that come with it. You have some beautiful opportunities coming your way based on the yes no deck. The gates of success should be opening in 3 to 4 months for those of you who resonate with that part of the message. It might bring some different circumstances, but because you understand how to move through challenges, it's not going to be anything for you. You're being navigated through this. You're protected. You might be a reader, or you might be somebody who knows, like, okay, my family members that are involved, they deal with esoteric things, or maybe you didn't know that, but maybe they do. A lot of people do. They don't say it, but they do. Spirit, let's get some closeout energy to help the collectives. What's something they can do to kind of help with grounding and continuing to move in the direction of working with their gifts? Whatever you do, do not stop on your soul path journey of working with whatever these gifts are. Very amazing what I saw in the download. There's more. I don't even think you've fully understood the depth of what your gifts are yet. You're still learning that. Continue working with them. You're going to grow in confidence. Wow. Can't make it up, guys. Today's card is Finding Ground. This exercise says to lie on the floor or sit comfortably in a chair with a supportive back. With curiosity, send your attention to the texture, temperature, and quality of the surface beneath you. Become aware of what it feels like for your full body weight to be completely, reliably and safely held. Allow yourself to become a little heavier, softening your muscles, your skin, and your bones into the supportive surface. The simple practice reconnects you with the present moment and helps you to safely build brain-body connection. Yeah, there's something here about body work or somatic work that helps you to tap into not just grounding, but your gifts and abilities. So a lot of times we think about gifts and abilities and we think about, especially with things like astral projection, just getting outside the body, outside the body. And the reality is we need to ground out. We need to be present for this experience. That's why we incarnated. And as we get more grounded in our life here, we actually help ourselves to relax and open up to our higher self. Because we feel safe and grounded, now we have more ceiling to open up to our gifts and abilities. It doesn't usually happen the other way. We usually need to feel safe presently in order to step into the unknown, guys. So you're being encouraged to really work with processes and tools that help you to feel grounded, to feel held, and to feel safe right now. Disregard this energy. Clearly, the universe, your guides are dealing with it. You are moving into a new era of your transformation, of your ascension. You're being encouraged to continue to stick with the work of grounding and keep using and utilizing your gifts and abilities, because that's going to help you to grow in your confidence, your skill set, and your ability to help others. Because I strongly, strongly pick up that you are a healer. Okay. So guys, that is the message for today. I hope this was helpful for some of you. And for those of you who just joined me for the story, thank you so much for hanging out. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Hit the all button so you get all of the notifications so you don't miss your message. Guys, I am sending so much love and light your way. Once again, this is your girl Ora-gen. I will be back with another reading, and I do look forward to being with you then.